Okay, welcome back. We are now playing. You should have already watched the setup video where I've explained how to win the game and some of the basic components of the game and how to set up the game. This is Operators and Obstacles. I'm here with my son. He's helping me play a first turn. So again, you've already watched the other video. If you haven't, you need to stop watching this one, go watch the other one on how to set up. So we've already rolled for seniority. My son's picked his color, purple player picked their color, and I picked my color. And then now we pick. So when you roll seniority, you're going to have to figure out seating arrangements after you've rolled seniority. So don't sit down and get set up until you've rolled for seniority. So after picking seniority and sitting down in clockwise order, then you get to choose your loop or line that you're going to be playing. So my son gets to pick first.
I'm choosing B.
Okay, so and I think this is actually one of the components I forgot to explain in the previous video. The last component is the route cards. This shows what route you're gonna play. So my son chose B loop. We're gonna have the purple player choose the NS line. Oh yeah, we can show. Get close to the camera here. So B loop, NS line, and A loop are the three different loops. I do have the 5 to 6 player expansion, but we're just playing a game showing 3 players, and that's so I can show each of the routes. So the purple player is going to say, "Oh, I want to pick NS line," and then I'm going to pick A loop. So then we're going to put the route cards over in a different area. All right, so that NS line is them, and I'm going to be A loop. Now, on the board, as you can see here, each route has a different bonus. If you're playing A loop, you get to move +1 per turn. If you're playing B loop, if you only move 2 stops per turn, you get to pick up 2 pets, passenger appreciation tokens. And on the NS line, on stops exclusive to the NS line, so down in South Waterfront
and
or
up
in Nob Hill, only these ones that only the NS touches. When you're drawing passengers on step 1 of your turn, you get to
choose 2.
You draw 2.
Pick one.
Exactly. You draw 2 and you pick 1 and discard the other.
So like if you get a sleeper and a hopper, you would want to choose a hopper.
Exactly. So it's a really good, but again, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 stops that you can use that powers. But it's a good power to have when you're trying to fix your passenger deck, and I'll explain that in a second. So now that we've picked what routes we're going to play, now we're going to start the game. So let's go over the turn order. You can also find this information in the rulebook or online on the website. But here's the turn order. Step 1, pick up. Step 2, move and drop off. That's simultaneous. Step 3 is your comfort break. That's optional. And then step 4 is your obstacle step. You have to draw an obstacle card to end your turn and resolve its effects. Now, I've added this, and it's in the rule books, because through playtesting we've realized if you do step 4 right at the beginning of the game, it really makes it difficult for players to get started, like buying obstacle or operator cards and that. So in the newest version of the game, and everyone should have the newest version, you have a dice and you set it to 6. And at the end of, when every player plays a turn at the beginning of the game, that's the end of a round, you move it down to 5. And then every player will take 1 more turn, and you move it down to 4. And you move it down to 3. And yeah, etc. And during this time when the dice is showing, you skip step 4, the obstacle step.
And then when this is at 1, and then we finish the round again, you put it to the side, and then you start drawing obstacles.
Yes. So that allows the players 6 rounds to get set up, to get going. And also in real life, there are some days when I get to my shift and nothing really happens. There's not a lot of obstacles. There's nothing happening. So that the dice emulates players kind of having a good shift where nothing is happening. And so that starts just the first 6 rounds. Now, you can play a game where you don't use this feature if you don't want to, but it makes the game a lot harder because you're going to immediately start drawing obstacles.
Yeah.
Okay, so that explains the dice, and that's the turn order. On the back of your player aid, you're going to have your collectible card set scoring chart.
They're going to be in here somewhere.
Yep. And I'll explain operator cards here in a second. But this is the player aid. You can look at your turn order, or you can look at how many victory points you have when you're collecting cards. Okay, so that's the turn order. There's 3 type of operator cards in here. The upgrade cards, which permanently stay on your streetcar unless discarded otherwise. The action cards.
That are one-time use.
They're one-time use, but they're usually pretty powerful. And collectibles. There's 3 different collectible sets in the operator card deck. The locales, the uniform, and the training cards. So you can collect, if you have 1 card from the locale set, at the end of the game you'll have 2 victory points. If you end up having 4 cards from the locale set, then you're going to have 15 victory points. So as these appear on the track, you're going to want to buy them to get victory points. That's one way to get victory points.
And that's how you win the game.
Yes,
by getting most victory.
Yes, victory points is how you win the game. Again, from the last video, you should know you can get victory points by getting collectible cards or by getting the awards, the accolades. Okay, so we're going to play a first turn, and that will help explain your regulars deck and the walk-on passengers.
And other stuff. So
my son's going to take his first turn. Go ahead. Step 1, and we got to go through all the steps so people watching can know.
You draw one of these.
You draw 1 regular and place it on a spot, and then you draw 1.
You draw a regular.
Oh, we forgot to put our people on the board.
Oh yeah.
So blue player is going to start at
B loop.
So the B loop, and again on the board it shows you here, B loop starts at 11th and Marshall, just like in real life.
There's arrows to see which way you're going.
Yeah, so it says, as you can see here, it says NS, that says B, and that says A for the 9th and Lovejoy. And one thing that I don't remember if I explained in the rule book, but one thing you'll see in the obstacle cards, 14th and Northrop is where the rail yard for streetcar is. It's underneath the highway. So whenever an obstacle card says go back to the rail yard or go back to 14th and Northrop, you're going to go back here, but you're not stuck on the NS loop. Like if my son's a B loop and he gets an obstacle card that sends him back to the rail yard, on his next turn, he's just going to go back to the start of the B loop. So he's not stuck on the NS line. That's just where the rail yard is in real life. And so then he'll just move back to the start. Or if you're an A loop route card, you just go to 9th and Lovejoy. And in real life, when that happens, when we have to go back to the rail yard, we just use the tracks to get back out to our starting points. So again, I don't think I explained that in the rule book, but I'm explaining it now. So my son starts on the B loop. The purple player is going to start. They chose the NS line. They start there. And I'm starting on the A loop. So on his first turn, we're on step 1. Pick up and draw one walk on, then 1 passenger.
And then move/drop off.
Okay, so he picked up a basic passenger. And the part of setup, and I forgot. I think I forgot this part. Part of setup. When you're setting up the game, you need to separate 6 basic passengers from the passenger deck for each player. That makes up their regulars deck. Mm-hmm. So they're all the same right now, but as you collect passengers,
you can discard them to here.
Yeah, if you want to get rid of your basic passengers,
so that you keep getting like a hopper every time.
Yeah, they don't know that yet, but yeah. So I guess real quick I'll explain. So the basic passengers, as you can see, the border around their card is blank. That means they don't have a zone that you can get
they want to drop off
pats from, yeah. But you'll notice they do have every single icon. That means you can drop them off at any stop and collect 1 pat. So my son just drew a tourist, and I'll show the camera here. So the tourist has a yellow zone border. This tourist has a yellow zone border and a circle icon. So that means if you drop them off in the yellow zone but not the circle, you get 1 pat. If you drop them off at a circle but not in the yellow zone, you get 1 pat. And if you drop them off in the yellow zone and at their correct stop, you will get a bonus of 3 pats. And that's explained in the rule book. So the whole purpose of the game is to get passenger appreciation tokens by dropping off passengers at the correct, you want to drop them off at the correct platform and zone if you can to get your bonus of 3 pats.
And you want to buy these upgrade cards.
Yeah, so getting pats will allow you to buy these, which will allow you to stop obstacles and get claim accolade cards. So we're going to keep playing and I'll explain more as we play, but to get passenger appreciation tokens to buy the operator cards to upgrade your streetcar, you need to drop them off at the correct zone and platform icon.
Yeah.
So they need to be at the right stop. As you can see, so this zone is the yellow downtown zone, the purple zone is PSU South Waterfront, the blue zone is East Side, the red zone is Rose Quarter, and the green zone is Northwest or Nob Hill zone.
You can see it right here.
Yeah, the titles are on the board. And then each zone has a plethora of different icons for different stops.
Yeah.
Okay, so my son just finished pickup on phase 1 of his turn. Next, he's going to do phase 2, which is move and drop off. You can do that. Move and drop off isn't like you move and then you drop off. You can drop off immediately and then move
and then drop off.
Yeah, you can move 1 and then drop off. You can, if you have 2 move power, you can move 1, drop off, and then move again and drop off. You can drop off and move, etc. So the move and drop off step is all together. So some of the obstacle cards you'll see will say skip the move step. That also means like it just skip step or phase 2 of your turn.
Like
so
what?
It won't say skip your move drop off step. It'll say skip your move step. It means just skip phase 2 of your turn. Okay, so my son is taking
1 pat.
So explain what you did. So you're immediately dropping off your basic passenger that just walked on.
Yeah.
And he's dropping it off to the walk-ons pile. He doesn't want to keep the basics in his regular deck. Okay, and then...
I'm saving this tortoise for until I get there. I can only move 1 though.
So he can only move 1 because his streetcar, all streetcars start with a base power movement of 1.
Unless you're playing A-Loop.
Unless you're A-Loop. The A-Loop power is you can move +1 per turn. Okay, and that's next step is...
Comfort break. I can convert walk-ons to regulars. I can buy
or use
upgrade
operator
cards. I can also buy accolades.
You can claim accolade cards.
Claim accolade cards.
Now, the reason why the comfort break is optional, because in real life, when your streetcar is running late, sometimes you don't get a comfort break unless you specifically request control for one. So that's kind of the inside joke is the comfort break is optional. But it is really optional. So if you get to phase 3 on your turn and you can't do anything, you just skip it and go to phase 4.
Yeah.
So
but then
it's my son's turn. Yeah, so at the end of my son's turn, on phase 4 of his turn, he's supposed to draw an obstacle card.
But that die declines it.
So we're at the beginning of the game, and I've implemented this new thing where for 6 rounds, players do not draw an obstacle card, so we're all going to skip obstacle phase of our turn. And we don't move this down until everyone has taken a turn. So now that I've kind of explained things, we're going to go a little bit more quickly, and you'll see how the game operates. All right, so now it's the purple player's turn. For step 1, pick up. He picks up a regular passenger and a walk-on. And he's actually he's an NS line, and he's on an NS stop that's exclusive to the NS, so he's going to draw 2.
Get to pick 2.
Again, that's this power right here.
As you can see.
He gets to draw 2.
And
he gets to choose one. He's going to choose the purple, the ADA passenger, which stands for the American Disabilities Act, or someone with a mobility device. and he's going to drop off a discard the tourist, and that one goes on his streetcar. So a quick thing about the passengers I'll explain too. If you can see it here. So the passengers have a patience level and a conversion cost to convert them from basic passenger to a regular. And these are going to be important. A patience level is going to be important for bumping.
And wait.
So you don't lose your passengers. And conversion cost is just how much it costs to move them from your walk-ons to your regulars deck.
And whoever has a higher patience levels gets to steal their cards.
Yes. So we haven't explained bumping or bypassing, and I was going to set up a scenario where that happens later in the explanation. All right, so that's step one of the purple player's turn. Now we're going to move and drop off. They're on the NS line, so they're going to move. They're on a circle. They're going to move to a star, and they're going to drop off their basic passenger to their regulars discard. And then they collect one pat for doing that. Did you get your pat? Okay.
Yeah.
And, you joined the union, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
So we forgot to explain on my son's turn, the union rep is going to get one pat put on him.
And
every turn he gets one. Once there's 10 on there, my son needs to pay 10 pats, otherwise he's considered inactive because those are the union dues.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the union rep card. Okay, so the purple player just moved one stop and dropped off a basic passenger because they matched the icon, the star icon, and they got one pat. And then they're not going to drop off the ADA passenger because they're not on a pentagon and they're not in the purple zone. So they will, if they drop them off at the wrong stop in the wrong zone, they're not going to get any pats. So they're going to keep them on there for now.
So I wouldn't do that.
So on the comfort break, my son didn't have any pats to buy anything, but on the purple player's comfort break, because they didn't join the union, they have 10 pats plus the one they just got. So we're going to come over to here to the operator cards. We're going to exchange the 10 for a 5 and some 5 ones.
And like 2 ones, 3.
So 5 and some ones. So that they can spend 2. As you can see here, it shows the cost of the operator cards. This one costs 2 if it's in rank 1. This one costs 5. This one costs
10. This one costs 18.
Yeah. So the further down the track it goes, closer to the deck, the more expensive the card is, which we'll explain later.
It's just like the more victory points there are, the harder it is to get it.
Sort of. Okay. So he just spent 2 pats, so he's going to buy this operator card. We can move the rule book out of the picture. So he just bought that and he upgraded his streetcar. Now he can move +1 extra every turn.
2.
Now he can't move right now because we're already in the comfort break step. We already finished move drop off.
Mm-hmm.
So he bought that. Now he's upgraded his streetcar. He can move +1 per turn. And then he can claim accolades or convert walk-ons. So actually we're going to spend 4 pats and show you. So 4 passenger appreciation tokens to convert this walk-on to a regular. Now he's a regular.
And you always get him.
And when we discard him, instead of discarding him to the public walk-ons discard,
you'll put him here.
He's going to discard to this player's personal regulars deck.
Since it's in the regulars.
Since he's on a regular seat. There's only 4 regular seats and 4 walk-on seats. Okay, so at the end of his turn, these operator cards are going to slide down.
And then you draw a new one.
And a new one is revealed. So the new card that was revealed, just so that you can see, is a controller, and it's an action card.
So it means one-time use.
Yep, and it says on the card, play next to your street card, discard after use. If you have more than 2 attached obstacle cards on your street card, discard all but 1. So that'll be important later, but the controller helps you discard obstacles. Okay, so that is, I forgot to show you. So this one you can see is an upgrade card. This is an upgrade obstacle card.
You keep it forever unless you get one of those cards that
it says play and keep next to your streetcar. So it doesn't say discard after you. So you always get to keep that one. That's an upgrade card.
Unless you get an obstacle.
Okay, and now on the purple player's turn, obstacle step, we're gonna skip because remember we're skipping for 6 rounds. We're skipping the obstacle step. Now it's my turn. I'm gonna reveal. A regular walks onto my streetcar, and then a random walk-on passenger walks on. So since I'm in the A loop and I'm not in the NS line, I don't get to pick 2 and discard 1. So I had a local who's a red zone local, and he has a triangle for his platform icon.
And they're just about to go into the red zone.
Yep. Yeah, so it's really good because the A loop goes right into the red zone. Okay, so my next step is move, drop off. So I'm going to move 1, and I get to move a second one because I'm A loop. And I'm getting closer to the triangle. I need to get down here to drop off that passenger. And then I'm going to go right to my comfort break because I don't have anyone else. Well, actually, I'm going to drop off my basic passenger for 1, like the purple player did. Because you can drop them off at any stop. You're going to get 1 pad. Okay.
It's just like to get people.
It's to help you get pats every turn.
Yeah.
All right. My local, I'm actually going to pay 3. Now that I'm on my comfort break, I can convert walk-ons to regulars. So I'm going to change that for a 5 and 5 1s. 2, 3, 4, 5. So this local costs 3 to convert. So I'm going to pay 3 and convert him over. Now he's not just a walk-on. Now he's someone that I see every day because he likes my streetcar. He sees me and he runs to my streetcar instead of other people's streetcar. So he's a regular now. When I discard him or when I drop him off, he'll go to my discard to my regulars. All right, I'm also going to buy one of these for 2 pats. So now I've upgraded my streetcar. I can move +1 per turn. And then I'm done. So because I don't have any of these requirements to get an accolade. So at the end of my turn, we're going to skip obstacle step and move this down to 5 because that's 1 round completed. We're going to move the operator cards down and reveal another one, which is a P2 speed power. So you can move 2 with that, +2. All right, and that is 1 round. So I'm going to stop the video. We've completed the first round of the game.